One Mad Apple, inspired by a true story, written by Laurie Ashburn. Internal rental home, Paso Viejo, day. Jake Prescott, 40s, chipper, clean-cut, genuinely good guy, has his head stuck in the freezer to cool off. He pulls his head out, somewhat refreshed. He blows out a bit of cold breath as he checks the refrigerator for a drink. A single bottle of chilled wine stares back at him. It has a tag that reads, "Welcome to Paso Viejo, enjoy."
Thanks.
His throat still scratchy. Jake pops open the wine and takes a few gulps between using the bottle to cool his neck. His gaze falls on a visitor's guide alongside his rental paperwork. His cat, Josie, rubs between his legs.
I'll get you something when I'm out.
He drinks his wine and notices a walking tour in the visitor's guide. Exterior, Paso Viejo, California, day. An otherwise quaint, bucolic town in Northern California awakes to a strange orange hue in the sky. Tractors, horses, and wine country are aglow from a neighboring wildfire. Interior bedroom, day. Barbara Ann, 60s, heavy-set, red hair that can only come from a bottle, does her damnedest to squeeze into a colorful outfit. It's a futile attempt. The blouse and pants are stuck half on. Zippers and buttons will never meet their match to clothes. Barbara Ann is exasperated. Sweat pearls drip in her eyes. She huffs and puffs and checks herself in the mirror.
It's just water, sweetheart.
She leans closer to her reflection and pokes at her bloated face. A switch flips and she becomes angry at herself.
I need my own retention pond.
Determined, she launches into a jumping jack, but her clothing is wedged in impossible places. She loses her balance and falls ass over end. Face flat out on the shag carpet, she's nose to nose with a prescription bottle. The label warnings come into focus. May cause water retention or weight gain. She grins and flicks the bottle across the floor with her finger. Titles: One Mad Apple. Exterior rental home, Paso Viejo, day. A realtor takes down a for rent sign and hoists it towards her trunk. Jake hurries out, eager to help.
Let me get that.
He's immediately hit with the oppressive heat and air. His throat rasps in response to the distant smoke. The metal portion of the sign is too hot to touch.
Yowza! Or you could just leave it here until December.
His charm quite effective. She laughs it off.
Think you'll last that long?
Well, that depends. Any word on the AC?
Oh, right. I guess when it went on the fritz, the owner took it out. Says it never got much use.
Jake is flabbergasted but pushes through.
This is an anomaly, then? I mean, I came here to look after my parents, but they'll be resuscitating me if I stand here another minute.
She takes the sign and puts it in the trunk. No sweat.
It's cooler in town with the sea breeze. You should check it out.
She hops in her car and drives off. Jake waves her off with a forced smile.
Think you could have told me all that before you rented me this oven on top of an inferno in hell?
Exterior Main Street, Paso Viejo, day. A general store and boutique shops, cafes and art galleries line the bustling street of the downtown district. Make no mistake, this isn't Santa Barbara. The historic downtown here has held on to its gold rush and cowboy roots. Jake is gathered in a small group of tourists. He is the most clean-cut in town. With his polo shirt and pressed shorts, he looks straight from Cape Cod. Bloated Barbara Ann holds a flag up that says Historic Walking Tour. Its loud color matches her impossible-fitting attire.
My name is Barbara Ann. I will be the docent for your tour today, and any day you should decide to come back. I trust all of you are compliant in putting on a name badge. It's a precaution so we know what to call you if you slip off to the winery.
She laughs at her joke, put off that no one else does. Jake sees everyone has a name tag but him, and he raises his hand.
It takes... let me finish and I will probably answer your question.
Barbara Ann scans his chest and sees there's no tag.
Of course the interrupter is also the rule breaker. You there in the Kennedy clothes. What's your name?
Jake Prescott.
You're not wearing a name tag, Jake Prescott.
She fishes a marker and tag out of her fanny pack and draws Jake's name on it. Barbara Ann pushes her way through the others and slaps it on Jake's chest. Her fingers linger and she adds a heart around his name.
I may have to hold that against you.
She leaves Jake flabbergasted as she returns to the head of the group with her flag high.
As I was saying, it takes about 45 minutes, and unless Jake Prescott objects, we end up at the Outpost Bar where you're welcome to buy your own lunch and beverages of your choosing.
Jake smiles through the embarrassment. Interior Outpost Bar day. The dark and small bar indeed looks like it has been around since the Gold Rush era. Even most of the patrons and employees are in utility denim, cowboy boots, plaid shirts, and some sort of hat to cover a mop of hair. Jake takes it all in and enjoys the air conditioning. A few of the tour group move off to sit in the booth. One of the locals, Clem, straight out of some Duck Dynasty loving militia, looks up from his plastic pitcher of beer.